All right, I'm gonna try to keep this video as short as possible, but real quick, let's just have a moment of silence, quick 3 seconds, for all the Windows computers in this price point and all the Chromebooks that this computer has just officially killed off. All right, I think that's long enough. This is the MacBook Neo, 500 USD with a student discount, right? Student pricing. What you're getting for that is nuts. Like, you are getting a laptop that has MacBook level build quality. Why? Because it's a MacBook, right? So all aluminum. I'm pressing everywhere. There's barely any keyboard flex, right? And speaking of the keyboard, it is such a delight to type on, right? Like, I don't know what Apple did, how they managed to just put such nice components into it. You got the beautiful redesigned trackpad. And the thing with this trackpad is it's not haptic like their other MacBook Air and MacBook whatnot, right? Pros. But you can click anywhere on this trackpad and it clicks with the same amount of force everywhere. And then it's one of the most precise trackpads I've used. This trackpad puts $2,000, $1,000, $2,000 Windows laptops to shame. That's how good it is, right? Build quality, amazing. Keyboard, amazing. Trackpad, amazing. Well, you must be like, well, there's got to be some compromise, right? Actually, no. There's more pros. You have the screen. It is a screen that is slightly higher than 1440p resolution. 500 nits. Super sharp display. 60 hertz, but you will feel it if you're coming from like a 120 hertz iPhone or something. But still, this screen is remarkable for this price. Like, it is hard to find a laptop in this price range that has such a nice screen. Like, this might be one of the best I've seen in this price. And then the battery life, right? Let's say you're a student, you want a laptop for taking out to school and whatnot. The battery is rock solid. Like, this is using Apple's iPhone chip, right? The A18 Pro. And it's an iPhone chip. It's a phone chip. It doesn't require a lot of battery. It barely sips on power. So the battery in this is not the biggest. And it doesn't last as long as the MacBook Air or the MacBook Pro. But it is still easily all-day battery life. And it is better than a lot of the Windows laptops I've tested, especially in this price range, right? Then you come down to, the OS, Mac OS. Like, what can I say? If you like Mac OS, it's for you. If you don't, I guess it's not for you. But then you might ask, Naman, how are they able to do this? How are they able to make a laptop this good in this price, right? How is it that the build, the keyboard, the trackpad, the battery, the screen are so good? And then on the Windows side, or the Chromebook side, it's nowhere even near close. Well, Apple makes everything. They engineer the computer, they engineer the keyboard, they engineer the trackpad, they engineer the battery, they engineer everything and how it all comes down and plays together. The iPhone chip, they literally print like hundreds of thousands of them. They make so many of them, right? It costs them barely anything to make, so their profit margin stay higher. Then you got the RAM, you got the storage, all part of the same iPhone chip, right? And that stuff is just cheap to make for them. And then they make the OS itself, Mac OS. So they actually get to decide how they want to optimize each part and how each part plugs and plays with itself. And they can just do that and make insane amount of battery life with that, right? They can make it so it's super snappy. Versus if you go on Windows, now each company is going to other companies. They're like, okay, I want this CPU, the processor, the brain of the computer from this company. Okay, I want the storage of the computer from this company. And I want the RAM of the computer from this company, right? Vice versa, whatnot. And then all that comes down to running on the machine and then the operating system Windows. You really can't hit the same level of optimization that Mac OS can, right? That Apple can. Because there's just so much variables on Windows side that when you start cutting down budgets, like Windows computers, they really have to start making compromises. They have to go, okay, we have to make this part cheap, this part we might skip out on. So their hinge might not be as good. Like, whereas this one, I can open the hinge with one finger, right? Their speakers might not be as good, right? Where this one, speakers are actually pretty decent. Their battery might not be as good. Their keyboard might be like mushy and like their body might flex. You get the idea. But not everything is sunshine and rainbows for this as well. There are some things I've noticed, like the hinge. Sure, it is one-handed and it does show a great sign of good engineering, but it doesn't go that far back either. Like, I think for a normal person this is fine, but for my usage, I would appreciate the screen that goes further back. And then the biggest kill for me for this laptop is there's literally no keyboard backlighting, right? Which, I'm not too mad about considering the price, but in the dark, this laptop does get pretty hard to use. And what I do have to do is just put the brightness up and kind of point the screen down so it kind of illuminates the keyboard. And then coming back to putting the screen brightness up, that will affect your battery a lot. Like, if you're using this thing on like 50% screen brightness versus 100% screen brightness, you are cutting down hours of usage just with how much more power you're drawing, right? So yeah, who is this laptop for? Who do I think, this is for? You're paying $500 with student pricing. So let's just assume you're a student. This thing is great for that. Good battery, amazing typing experience, amazing trackpad, amazing screen. I've been using for like writing my scripts, writing down docs, watching YouTube videos, watching anime and whatnot. It's been a joy, honestly. It's been really good to use. Just the fact that it's so light, pocketable, and just slim and tiny, right? I could just throw it in my backpack and just go anywhere with it. Maybe go to Starbucks, get a bit of coffee, and just be a performative meal. But yeah, this is honestly amazing for students on a budget. But let's say you do have the extra like $500 and you do have the option, you're doing a more computer dependent course that requires harder software to run and whatnot. I would 100% say go for the MacBook Air, right? Because the specs you're getting a lot more RAM. And speaking of RAM, this has 8 gigabytes of RAM. So while this laptop is good for now, for the next few years, 1, 2, 3 years, after that, you're going to start feeling it, right? So 8 gigabytes of RAM is kind of borderlining it, but yeah, for now it's good. Later down the line, you'll 100% feel it. Yep, that's my thoughts on the MacBook Air. This has definitely been the best laptop I have used for this price. The best. And this will be my go-to recommendation from now on for anyone trying to buy a laptop in that price. All right, it's been a pleasure taking a look at this, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.